Back to Adam Marshall. He's got a live interview for us. Adam?
Catherine, good morning. Yeah, I'm live here with Chief Dick Braun with the Cincinnati Fire Department. Chief, I know you're busy. I appreciate you taking a moment out. Let's start with the very latest. What are you guys doing at this moment?
Right now, we're cleaning everything up, getting our equipment ready to get back in service.
Okay. When did you get this call? What did you hear at first, and how did you guys respond to this?
We got the call, 911. I heard it come over the radio. Responded immediately when heard what it was. We have a fire station right here next to it. They were on the scene. It sounded to me close to 30 seconds, and we had people here. I got here maybe 5 minutes later. Our people had to walk back to the scene. We couldn't get our trucks back because of the mud. They carried the equipment back, did a great job. We found the collapse, which was a V collapse of the floor below or above down to below. And the workers were all above and basically rode the V down as the floor collapsed, and they came down with it. We had 6 that we transported out of there, carried out of there and to the hospital, and the latest I have is overall that we transported 10.
Okay. At this point, like you said, I know you still have some of your men and women here on scene. It's basically a cleanup effort at this point, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. What are some of the difficulties you guys have when you show up to a scene of this size, you know, obviously out in the elements, so on and so forth?
Well, the main thing is to get everything we need back to the scene. So you're carrying all your medical equipment, your medical bags, the Stokes baskets. Stretchers didn't help us back there because we had to carry them out to the stretchers. And then get into a scene that's congested and work on everyone and start to triage them, who's the worst, and get them out into the hospital. And it's very labor intensive getting the equipment here. We had 5 ladders, 4 or 5 engine companies, 6 medics, 2 rescues. So it's, and all of them, and then to orchestrate all of that, which they did a great job of doing, and packaging the people up and getting them out. So.
And Chief, we're hearing somewhat conflicting reports, but you're saying, have you had any reports of people being underneath? I know you said this wet concrete buckled from the center, and the men and women working slid down. Is that right? And then I assume somewhat got buried in that concrete. Is that right? I mean, as far as
when I got there, all of them that I saw were out and basically laying on the ground.
Okay.
So. Well, I didn't see anyone buried in concrete or anything of that nature.
Okay, and do you have any reports of people being underneath that structure when it buckled?
No reports of that.
All right. Chief, I appreciate your insight.
Thank
As always, I know
much.
you're very busy. Thank you so much.
Thank
Again, that is the very latest from Chief Braun, Cincinnati Fire Department, and he said his men and women at this point, it's a cleanup game, and he basically confirmed what we've been saying all morning long, which is it was wet concrete on a steel frame. It did fracture and break in the center, and he is saying these workers actually rode this down like a slide to the bottom, and that is how the injuries came.
Adam, you've been out there now for almost 2 hours. The scene right now, you said it's a cleanup stage. Is everybody pretty much out of there as far as first responders, emergency vehicles?
Yeah, absolutely. Just to give you kind of a tour, Gilbert Avenue's here behind us. It is absolutely shut down. We're on East Court Street, the Greyhound bus station, and then as you can see, as Dwayne Slavey slowly pans here, you've got all the officials basically standing around briefing each other about what happened. We still have a group of construction workers here on scene. This is about the only group still on scene. All of the other men and women, dozens and dozens, poured out about 15 or 20 minutes after this happened with their lunch boxes in hand, going back to their vehicles, basically saying they were leaving for the day, and construction has stopped, needless to say, when you have several people injured like this. But yes, at this point, things much calmer than they were just an hour and 15 minutes ago, and I think everybody's trying to get on the same page, and now we're into that investigation stage.
Yeah,
Catherine?
The investigation stage, Adam, certainly, and the briefing stage, and we will certainly keep you updated on that. Adam, thanks for all your help out there, you and Christian Hauser, Dwayne Slavey, and all of our crews out there on scene. To wrap this up for you right there, that is what happened this morning. A second floor, essentially a metal sheeting, collapsed when workers were pouring concrete on top of it. Adam, and the had just said that basically they slid down that thing like a slide, the wet concrete. Everybody's fine, at least as far as serious injuries go. We will keep you up to date. Certainly, we'll be back here at 11:30 with that briefing from the casino team itself. We thank you for joining us. If you need anything more, go to WCPO.com.